Hello, I'm sad I can't be with you today, but I just wanted to record this. You probably don't actually need this, but you could just look through the Google Slides and the worksheet that the sub has given you and follow slide by slide and follow the worksheet with it. You'd be fine. But just so that I could give my 2 cents in parts, I thought I would say a few words. But again, you probably don't even need to watch the video, but here I am. So let's see if this is going to work nicely. Yeah, you go away. All right, looking for employment, cover letter, resume, cover letter. You are going to write a resume and a cover letter. It's about 5 days from now. So we're just listening and writing. Is this going to work? Consider the questions discussed with your table. That's not a bad idea. If you want a job, how do you convince the person that you're the right person for the job? That's a huge skill. Just putting your best foot forward, dressing appropriately, smiling, making eye contact, shaking someone's hand, not a wimpy handshake and not too hard. There's a happy medium. Please and thank yous are huge, big time. Anyway, I could go on. What would you want to do to prepare for a conversation with that person? Think about questions you might ask someone. Always change, like they might ask things that are almost negative. They might say, what's your worst quality? Well, you have to be honest, but you can spin that to be positive. Like I'm kind of a control freak, but I could spin that to be positive and say, I'm a little bit controlling, but that just means I like to get things done correctly. And so I'm kind of detail oriented. Spin it in a positive way, if at all possible. And you almost always can. What would you tell the employer to convince them that you're the right person they should hire? There's a million answers to that. I'm going to let you come up with them. What other things might you do to further convince the employer? Think of things that you could share that might not come up. Maybe you have something, in middle school even that you were a leader in, or an incident in your life that really made you shine. Find ways to put that into the conversation, but don't make it awkward. But there's always a way. Fast facts. Recruiters spend an average of 6 seconds reviewing an individual resume. That's not a lot of time. Google now gets more than 1,300 resumes every day. These are old fast facts, but I'll bet it's even more now. The average number of people who apply for any given job is 118. Who knows if that's still the same or if it's higher. I think probably, sadly, it might be lower, which means you have better odds of getting hired. Only because post-pandemic, companies couldn't get people to work. So right now, you're like the hot commodity. They're dying to get you to work for them, which is to your benefit. 20% of these applicants get an interview. So not so many, although again, this is maybe old statistics. Many companies use talent management software to screen resumes, weeding out up to 50% of applicants before anyone ever looks at the resume or cover letter. What they're saying is it's a computer generated system. They're looking for like proper grammar. They're looking for key words that fit their company's needs. So make sure the grammar's right, the punctuation. Have 2 or 3 different people read it and check it. And you'll get, it doesn't mean anything's wrong with what you have, but having 2 or 3 people gives you more insight. And maybe you say, okay, I'm going to change that, but maybe I won't change my third person's advice about a particular part. And that's okay too. What is a resume? Sorry if I'm going really fast. The good news is you can pause it, you can rewind it, and you might not even be watching. I could be talking to no one. A resume is a brief written account of personal, educational, and professional qualifications and experiences that prepared by an applicant for a job. I'm sure you know this, and many of you, I'm sure, already have resumes. We keep hitting the wrong button to go forward. We're going to watch a video. Vital part of every job. Some of these videos are a little bit corny. This one I don't think is, but they're actually full of good information. So please watch the videos. They have good information. Let me read more a little so I don't miss something. Often the first thing an employer looks at when considering who to interview and hire. Okay, let's listen to what he has to say. Yes. Just wait. I'm recording. I have to pause that. You have to include high school information now because that's your only history. He's talking about when you're 26 and applying for a career type job, then do not include. However, I'm going to disagree with him and say if you were a leader in high school in any capacity, or if you had, an above a 4.0 GPA, those are pretty spectacular bits of information that I think it might be okay. I'm not the expert; he may be, but for you guys right now, you have to include high school information. He's talking about your career, and we're talking 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now. Anyway, moving on. Oh, I did. I thought it had more time. Okay, it's over. Moving on. Anyway, it's really good information. So check, re-watch that video. Although I will say, I think if you had some major highlights from high school, it's okay to include those. Discuss with your table. I know you're probably not going to do this, but here we go. What challenges might you face when producing a resume? I believe this is the worksheet. So you guys should have filled these in. Pause the video and fill in. After the video, here we are. What challenges might you face? You need to fill that in, please. What could you do to overcome those challenges? Like your challenge right now is you don't have a lot of history because you're young, but highlight everything you possibly can. Volunteer work in the community, your church. Just think outside. It's not all education, it's a lot of things. Okay, so we're going to watch a video here in a minute, by the way, and you're probably going to want to pause the video and fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And clearly, number 3 has 3 additional bullet points. So let's pay attention to that when that video comes up. Here we go. Here it is, top 5. This is the one that's kind of corny, but it's good. They're just not great with the humor, in my opinion. I mean, oh my goodness, they could leave that out. But okay. Write that down on your worksheet. Okay. Let's get back to it. Hopefully you got those, pause it, rewind, whatever you need to do, because all of those were answers for this section, notes during the resume tip video. There's another video coming up and you have 5 notes to write. Here we go. Keep it simple. This is reviewing what they just said. I'm not going to get into it. I'm kind of scanning it real quick. Yeah, okay. What's a cover letter? Written document submitted with a job application explaining the applicant's credentials and interest in the open position. Another video. There's notes to write on your worksheet. Please watch. Please do it. Okay, I hope you got your stuff filled in on the worksheet. Select one object. I don't think this pertains to us. Let me go back to the worksheet. Okay, so we're on the worksheet. Facts to include in your cover. Everyone's going to have different facts. Think of 6 things, please. Everyone's got 6 things. I know some of you think, well, I'm not experienced. I don't have this or that. You got to search. You got to think deep. You're going to find something. Facts to include in your resume. I am going to, or check Google Classroom, I should say. There are some resume and cover letter tips, as well as this NG PF down here at the, wait, can you see? Down here, NG PF document. I'm going to put that in Google Classroom, and you need to write a whole bunch from that. Things you didn't know that should or should not be included in a resume or cover letter. And then you're done with day 1. Please do it, even though I'm not there. Sometimes you don't do it when I am there, but this time you're going to do it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot fun facts. So it's kind of interesting today. Researchers found that imagining doing exercise actually increases muscle strength. I don't know about that, but okay. This one's super weird. I can't pronounce it. Castoreum, Castoreum, aka beaver anal juice, is most commonly found as a flavor enhancer in raspberry products. Ugh, that's super gross. have a great day on that note. I miss you guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, there'll be another video.